So good morning to everyone. So lecture number 2, it is a continuation part of stress definition. According to the previous class, we are discussing on the engineering mechanics. Of course, the engineering mechanics is divided into 3 categories: statics, dynamics and mechanics of material. Static is vary with the, it does not vary with the time. Dynamic is vary with the time. And mechanics of the materials, which deals with the behavior of the material and also to know the properties of different materials. Okay, this subject is also known as strength of material, mechanics of deformable body, that is MDB, and mechanics of the solid. Okay, and a SOM is a study of internal effect and deformation that caused by applied load, and which will depends upon 3 main parameters. Those parameters are strength, stability and stiffness. If you consider for the definition of a stress, it is a force per unit area. Force per unit area, which means that it is a sigma is equal to what? It is a sigma is equal to load by area. Load by area. Where sigma is stress, P is a load, and A is a cross sectional area. This area is a depend on different types of the geometrical shape of the member. If you are using the square, the area will be B into B. If it is rectangle, the area will be B into D. If it is circle, the area should be pi by 4 into D square. And if it is hollow circle, the area is pi by 4 into capital D square minus small d square. In that case, the D is outer diameter, small d is inner diameter. Okay, therefore the area is very, very important, which will depends upon the different geometrical shape of the material. And this force is always, that is P is measured in terms of Newton or kilonewton. Area is measured in terms of mm, centimeter or meter square it is. Okay, where sigma is stress, which is measured in terms of what, MPa or a Newton per mm square. Okay, then if you consider for the units, okay, the stress units, that is stress units is in terms of kgf per meter square, that is in with respect to the mks. Okay, if you consider for the SI, the force is measured in terms of what, Newton or kilonewton, and the area is mm square or centimeter square. If you consider for the large quantity, small quantity, these are the standard values, that is kilo, mega, giga and tera. Kilo 10⁻³ mega 10⁻⁶, and giga is 10⁻⁹. Okay, if you consider for the length is always measured in terms of, the length is measured in terms of mm, centimeter, meter or kilometer. According to the basic unit, 10 mm is equal to 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter equal to 100 mm. These are the basic unit. Okay, then if you come to the next part, that is stress is measured in terms of what, Newton per mm square. Okay, therefore the Newton per meter square, and 1 Newton per meter square is nothing but it is a 1 Pascal. Okay, if you take for the conversion, 1 kPa is nothing but it is a 10⁻³ Newton per mm square, and 1 MPa is nothing but 1 Newton per mm square, and 1 GPa nothing but it is a 10⁻³ Newton per mm square. These are the important topics which will understand the units of the stress. Okay, unit of the stress. And come to the second part, the next definition is strain. According to the definition, whenever a single force acts on a body, it undergoes some deformation. Okay, this deformation per unit length is known as strain. In mathematically, the strain is defined as the deformation per unit length, that is epsilon E equal to delta L by L, where delta L is change in length of the body, L is original length of the body. Therefore, delta L is equal to strain into L. Okay, and also the change in length per unit length in linear dimension of the body is known as strain. Consider, see here, okay, consider a fixed bar, okay, fixed bar, that is cantilever bar, fixed at one end, free at other end. At a free end the axial force is acting, that is due to pull of action, okay, due to pull of action the original length L, okay, when the force P is acting at a free end there must be a change in length delta L, change in length delta L. Therefore according to the basic definition of a strain is change in length divided by original length. Change in length equal to how much? Delta L by L. Therefore, it is denoted as a epsilon E. Okay. Then, next definition is elastic limit. Okay, which means that the value of intensity of stress corresponding to the limiting force. The value of intensity of stress corresponding to the limiting force is known as elastic limit of the material. Okay. As you know the Hooke's law, the statement of the Hooke's law, the stress is proportional to strain within an elastic limit. Okay, within an elastic limit. According to the law, the stress, that is sigma is directly proportional to strain. Okay, that is sigma is equal to E, capital E into epsilon E. The capital E nothing but it is a constant term, sigma stress term, epsilon E strain term. Therefore, sigma by E is equal to capital E. That is stress by strain is a nothing but it is a Young's modulus or elastic modulus. Okay, or modulus of elasticity. Okay. Therefore, Hooke's law is a holds good for both tension and compression. Tension considered as a positive and a compression considered as a negative. Therefore, the modulus of elasticity or Young's modulus, okay, according to the Hooke's law, E equal to sigma by E. And this modulus of elasticity is measured in terms of Newton per mm square or gigapascal or giganewton per meter square. These values are different for different type of the material. This is a table for, okay, Young's modulus values. If you consider for the strain, again types of stress and strain remain same, okay, but due to the some action the definition will remain same. For example, see here, there are three types of the stresses, even strain also. First one, tensile stress due to action of some okay, pull, and due to action of a push, the compressor, and due to some shear, it is a shear stress. Okay, first one, tensile stress. The stress induced in a body when subjected to two equivalent opposite, as a result which there is an increase in length of the body. Increase in length of the body. See here, that is two and equal opposite pull. Two and equal opposite pull it is. Okay. Due to tension, there is an increase in length. That is true. Okay. Due to tension, there must be a possible increase in the length. Okay. Therefore, the ratio of increased length to the original length is nothing but it is a tensile strain. These stress acts normal to the area and it pull on the area. Okay. Next, okay, the compressive stress and strain. The stress induced in a body when subjected to two equal and opposite pushes. That is two equal and opposite pushes. That is the body move towards inward. Okay. Therefore, two equal and opposite pushes, as a result of which, okay, that type of stress is nothing but it is a compressive stress. The ratio of decrease in length to the original length. Due to compression, there must be a possible decrease in length. Therefore, the ratio of decrease in length to the original length is known as compressive strain. If you consider for the shear strain, okay, shear strain is nothing but what it is, a shear force by area. Simple, shear force by area. Look at this figure. Okay, there is a nut. Okay, and at both ends the axial force is acting. That is tensile force is acting. Okay, and the nut cut into two pieces with a shear force F equal to how much? Tau by A. Shear force F equal to how much? Tau by A. Therefore, this shear, see here, this shear moves in opposite direction. That is, with the force intensity is equal to how much? Tau into A. Okay. Therefore, the shear stress is tau denoted by shear force divided by cross section area. That is, shear force is Fs divided by area. If you consider for the volumetric strain, of course, the volumetric strain is nothing but it is a change in volume to the original volume delta V by V. If we consider for the longitudinal strain, it is nothing but simple strain, okay, definition, that is change in length to the original length, okay. That is the ratio of axial deformation to the original length of the body is known as longitudinal strain. If we consider for the lateral strain, the strain at right angles to the direction of applied load is known as lateral strain. Suppose for example this is one member, cross section of the member. B is width of the member, D is depth of the member. Due to compression there must be a possible change in width and a possible change in depth. Therefore the lateral strain is nothing but increase in length to the decrease in breadth to the original breadth, decrease in depth to the original depth, that is denoted by delta B by B or delta D by D, okay. If we consider for the Poisson's ratio, Poisson's ratio mu is defined as it is a ratio of lateral strain to the longitudinal strain, okay. Therefore lateral strain is nothing but what? It is the Poisson's ratio, that is mu into longitudinal strain. These values are differ for different type of the material, okay. Then come to the part of this one, shear stress is nothing but it is a tau by same shear force by shear area. And if you consider for the shear modulus, it is a ratio of shear stress to the shear strain, and shear stress is denoted as a tau and shear strain is denoted as a phi, okay. And then, okay, these are the several these are the different terms or a different definition which are used for the, okay, to understand the stress strain chapter, okay. This for this topic I want to end up my lecture number 2. The main outcome of today lectures are you have to understand the stress, that is sigma is equal to load by area, and the strain is equal to change in length to the original length, that is epsilon E equal to delta L by L, okay. And there are again three types: tensile stress, compressive stress and shear stress, okay. And their definition, that is shear stress equal to shear force by area, and volumetric strain EV equal to delta V by V, longitudinal strain delta L by L, and a lateral strain delta B by B or delta D by D, and a Poisson's ratio is lateral strain to the longitudinal, okay. These are the some basic terms which are most commonly, okay, asked in the main exam. So please ready with those definition, okay. Thank you.